Hello, welcome to this MW Leagues 2 Shoutcast. I'm Jeff in Buffalo, your Shoutcast for today, and we have an ISC 8 Week 4 Div D matchup of Bacon Pirates versus Aces Wild. Bacon Pirates is already readied up. Aces Wild is in the process of readying up, so I'll continue on with my prelude. Just a quick reminder, this is my third week of showcasting. I made some changes to my setup, so I think I improved some things, but other issues might pop up. If they do, we'll work through them accordingly. Another FYI, there's a 5-minute delay to the stream, so I won't be responding to the chat. And FYI, I'm just a shoutcaster for MW Leagues. I'm not an official. So I'll let them know that once they're ready up, then we can get this thing going. And we'll talk a little bit about the teams, a little bit what IC is about after this match is done. Just a quick FYI for a little bit for this drop. So this is drop 1. It's going to be on Vitric. The tonnages is 200 minimum, 250 maximum for this drop. Okay, looks like Team 2 is almost readied up. And then we can get it going. And another quick FYI as well, while we're waiting for the last person to ready up. I just finished my match a little while ago. We had a great match with Mech Academy. Usually I crash hard after matches, so I'm pretty certain I'm going to be making some mistakes. So we'll work through them accordingly. But I'm really looking forward to this match. Bacon Pirates, they usually do some interesting stuff. I don't know Aces Wild too well. So we'll see what they'll bring. Okay, so I'm looking at, what is this? I think this is the Team 2 side. So wait for the music for them to come in and then hit some buttons and we'll see what they got. Slowest dropships ever. I hear music. Okay, so I'm on the Team 2 side for Aces Wild. Let's see what they got. Locust Assassin, some Treb 5Js, probably with binaries. Oh, looks like they're bringing 3 of these. Let's see what's on them. AC20 snub. Okay, yeah, 7Ks, so yeah. Okay. And then 5Js. So binaries and whatnot. Okay, so it looks like they'll be trading or skirmishing with those mechs. So let's take a look at the Bacon Pirate side. So capping, they got a Javelin. Scouting, they got a Panther and a couple of Javelins. Then looking like some more skirmish mechs for Vindicator. And let's see what's on this Grasshopper. Grasshopper, mediums, large pulse. Okay, so mid-range trade. Alright, and then let's watch them skirmish around Theta. A couple of UAVs already set up, so that's good. Trebuchets are going to move up or are going to stay in the back? They're going to hold back. And then just trade accordingly. With 2 mechs up front between the Locust and the Assassin for on the Aces Wild side. Then for Bacon Pirates, up forward, they got the Javelins. And it looks like they're moving the rest of their mechs towards mid-ramp. Let's take a look what's on that Vindicator. Medium pulse rockets. Okay. So Bacon Pirates get a strong position from up high and working the ramp and a little bit down low on their respective side of Theta. And on the Aces Wild side, they are keeping 2 mechs up between the Assassin and the Locust. And in the back trading, they have the Trebuchets and then Assassin 23. So we'll see if they'll make any moves. Or they'll probably just sit back and continue trading. Okay, so it looks like they're starting to move up a little bit from the Aces Wild side. No, it's... Okay, a couple of mechs are moving up. So not much to say at this point. They're just making trades, skirmishing around Theta. Mechs that are hurting more, I would say more on the Bacon Pirate side. They got more sort of hurt mechs compared to the Aces Wild at the moment. Let's look at this Vindicator for how much damage is on that one. So hurting center torso. So it looks like Aces Wild has moved up, so now they're getting sort of flank and fire on this corner here. And Bacon Pirates has got a bunch of hurt mechs. Aces Wild, they've lost a mech, so the Locust is down, the 3V. This Grasshopper is really hurting on the Bacon Pirate side. Aces Wild mechs drop down so they can focus fire these 2 mechs taken down to focus on the Grasshopper and the Vindicator. This match can still go either way, but Bacon Pirates obviously has the more hurt mechs at the moment. Vindicator went down, so that's not a surprise. Now Bob's gone down. Little fight here between the Assassin and the Javelin. 5J came in to finish off the Javelin. Assassin's down as well. So now 3 mechs left for Bacon Pirates, 2 mechs left on Aces Wild. And 1 mech left for Aces Wild, so the Assassin 23. So Bacon Pirates turn it around. So they had some really beat up mechs.
We've gathered enough resources. This triumph will provide us huge tactical benefits.
And that's that. So this is a match for Bacon Pirates. I'll get the match information. So provide it to the teams afterwards. So bear with me 1 second as I copy it over. Look at the team stats a little bit. So on the Aces Wild side, good damage from some of the Trebuchets. Then on the Bacon Pirate side, pretty even damage across. Let's see, the one Javelin did some work. Okay, what an entertaining match. Okay, so for drop 2, that's going to be on River City. So I'll switch it over. See if I can find it. There you are. And then a quick reminder as well, the tonnages increase for drop 2 and drop 3 for a minimum of 300 tons and a maximum of 350 tons. Okay, so while we're waiting for the 2 teams to ready up, I can talk on a couple of things. Let's see. So first off, if you're new for ISC, I'll quickly run through for what ISC is all about. Most of you probably have listened to me do this preamble before, so apologies on that. So ISC, it stands for Intersphere Coalition. This is Season 8 of this tournament. Rules-wise, Intersphere mechs only, so no clan mechs. It's 6 versus 6. Tournament runs from late February to most of March, with typically one match per week, usually on the weekend. A match is 5 drops, with the weight limit of the drop increasing after every other drop. 3 maps used per match, and it uses the Conquest game mode, but only uses 3 of the 5 Conquest points. Hence, 2 of the Conquest points are out of bounds. You can use any given chassis 3 times within the 5 drops, and you can use 2 hero mechs per drop, but they must be different hero mechs within that drop. No legend mechs are allowed. You can only use mechs that you can purchase within the in-game store. There's more rules, but that covers sort of the main things. Okay, so the teams are still rating up, so I've got a little bit of time. So both these teams are in Div D. So after the completion of Week 3, Bacon Pirates, they're currently in first place. Aces Wild is in 5th place. A little bit of information about both teams. So for Team 1, we have Bacon Pirates. They're a North American-based team. Team lead is Haji. Prior results from Week 1 to Week 3. Week 1, they beat Clan Extra Fleek 4-1. Week 2, they beat CDU Cheesers 3-2. And in Week 3, they beat Irie Creepy Critters 4-1. For Team 2, so the team name is obviously Aces Wild, North American-based team. And the team that's actually hosting this tournament. So much thanks to them for doing this back-end work. It's very much appreciated, since this tournament is a lot of fun. Team lead is Not Bob. Prior results, on Week 1, they beat CDU Cheesers 3-2. On Week 2, they lost to Mobile Task Force Athena 3-2. And in Week 3, they lost to Clan Extra Fleek 4-1. Okay, so looks like they're almost readied up for Team 1. Team 2 is getting there about. A little bit about myself. I've been playing MWO for about the last 10 years. I'm Canadian, so I'll be apologizing a lot, so sorry on that. I'm affiliated with DHB, which stands for Death Sand Brigade, and I've been doing comp mostly with 2D20 for the past couple of seasons, and I'm participating this seasons with 2D20 on a team called Battle Buddies in Div D, and we're having lots of fun. Okay, so teams should be almost readied up. Team 1 is locked. Once Team 2 is locked, then we can get this going. Okay, Team 2 moving some mechs around. Teams 1 side, a lot of mechs on Alpha drop points. That's at Airport. Charlie is close to their gimme cap. Team 2 side, they're getting a lot of Bravo, which is the midpoint for the drop zone. Charlie is the one on the upper left, if I remember right. So usually the spot for drops if you're going to put some people in Upper City on River City. Apologies for the burp. So we'll see what they bring. They're going to bring long range or mid range for laser vomit or DACA, or are they just going to do like a brawl push or combination of maybe a couple of things? So we'll soon find out. Okay, Team 2 locked. Good luck, good luck. Cool. Let's get this going. Okay, I'm going to head up to the airport location for Team, I think, 1. And again, apologies if I'm not talking too much at the moment. I'm always after a match I crash, so I'm starting to fall asleep. I took some tea, but maybe I should have drank more tea. Okay, as we're waiting, so the caps that are in play is Kappa, Theta, Epsilon. So the other two are out of play. So Gamma's out of play and Sigma. If I stare really hard at the monitor, does that make things go quicker? Okay, they're calling for a hold. So the other team, Respect, called for the hold as well. So what's going to be occurring right now is both teams are going to not move their mechs. And that'll give time for, obviously, one of the pilots probably, mech war online crashed. So he's going to reload, rejoin the game. And then once they've rejoined the game, then the team will call a time for the match to start. And they will start at that time. If the pilot is not able to get into the match, then they will kill themselves. And then they'll just redo the match. In the meantime, I'm going to look at see what they got. So let's see. Bushwhacker, rockets, rotaries. Okay. Heavy PPCs. I think they're starting. And some DACA. Okay. So a little bit of everything there. Let's see what they got for down here. So this is on the Bacon Pirate side. A Vulcan for scouting and another Vulcan 5S for getting the cap. Okay. So now take a look at the Aces Wild side. So Flea for scouting and capping. Some chargers. Let's see what's on these chargers. Your Smalls, Brawl. Your Smalls, Large Expel, Brawl. Snub, Brawl. I think Aces Wilds is doing a Brawl push. Probably a Brawl push towards, I would think, from Upper City to Airport, but I guess we'll see.
Theta is controlled by the enemy.
So keep an eye on these Chargers and Crusaders. Small pulse, so they're going to have to push at some point for a lot of these mechs. It looks like one of the Chargers is already pushing across. And the rest are pushing across as well. Okay. And now Bacon Pirates, they're setting up for a receive and pulling back their mechs accordingly to absorb the push from Aces Wild. So hence why they're pulling back with the Hatamoto and whatnot. And then the Vulcans would be hitting the flank as Aces Wild pushes across. So as you can see, Bacon Pirates nicely pulling back. They could spread out maybe a bit more, but so far they're setting up for a nice receive as they keep pulling back. Aces Wild is pushing hard into the flank. And then at the same time, you got the Vulcans hitting the flank of Aces Wild as they're pushing in. So far, no mechs have dropped yet. Okay, so a couple of mechs gone down. Hatamoto, a couple of mechs on the Aces Wild side. Another mech for Aces Wild down. Okay, now just Crusader and the Fleet left for Aces Wild. So it's looking like Bacon Pirates was able to absorb this push. And then just the Fleet left. And the Fleet's down, and that would be it. Okay, so second win for Bacon Pirates. Now they just got to get a couple of caps. And at this point they can grab any cap. But a nice try with the push from Aces Wild.
We have Gamma.
I think they were able to push in across the river without taking too much damage. So once they got to the edge of Airport, I thought things were looking pretty good for them. But Bacon Pirates, they were nicely spread out, and they were able to absorb the push from Aces Wild. with their
We've
DACA.
gathered enough resources. This triumph will provide us huge tactical benefits.
Okay, publishing stats. Just bear with me 1 minute. Okay, look at team stats wise. Let's look at Aces Wild first. So not a lot of damage. The Crusader from Not Bob, 373. They needed to get some more damage across to win through the match. Then good damage across for on the Bacon Pirate side. The Hanamotos did some work. The Bushwhackers did some work. Yep. Okay, so at this point, it's side swap time. So I'll let them know I'm swapping sides. Let's see if I screw it up. So I always screw this up. I think I got everyone. Yeah, Aces Wild. I think it looks good. Okay, cool. We're good. Okay. Now we'll wait for drop 3. See if Aces Wild doesn't like another brawl push. Or if they do something more traditional with bringing a trade deck. Oh, Kodiak BS. Looks like it's having connectivity issues. So they might have to, Aces Wild might have to kick them and then re-invite them. Yep, in the prior match, that was the traditional brawl push into a DAC receive. I thought that push was going to work, to be honest, but obviously it did not. Okay, so as we're waiting, I could talk a little bit about MechWarrior Online competitive play, I guess. So if you're new to MechWarrior Online competitive play and you're looking for like some more information for what it's all about, then a good resource to go to get more information would be to go to the MW Comp Discord. There you can get a lot of information for the current tournament and also for the upcoming tournaments as well. It's also a good place to go to meet other pilots that's interested in comp play, as well as to get information for teams that is recruiting pilots. So there's teams recruiting pilots with a lot of experience, and there's also teams recruiting pilots with next to no experience that's looking to get into MechWarrior Online competitive play. So if you're new and you're looking for a place to go to get into this sort of thing, then that's a place to go. Because MechWarrior Online competitive play is a lot of fun. Or at least I find it to be a lot of fun. Okay, so it looks like they're doing the last little bits for getting ready for the drop. Then once they ready up, then we'll get it going for drop 3. Team 1 locked. It's just waiting for Haji to ready up, probably for providing last minute details for what he's looking for his team to do. Team 2 locked. Cool. Let's get this going. What? Guess I'll wait. I'm not sure what's going on. One, two, three, four, 360. Oh yeah, they're over tonnage. Because it's the drop limit is. Let me just double check again what the limits are. 300 to 350 tons. So yeah, 360. That's greater than 350, for sure. Not Bob. I did math once. Okay, so I'll wait out for them to sort out whatever they messed up on their side. Tournament organizers. The funny thing is, I think not Bob is one of them, so it's part of the joke. So 345, now they're under. So I'm gonna just, once Team 1's locked up, then I'll confirm again Team 2 is locked up, and then we get it going. Apologies on the delay here, folks. I guess I'm not the only one that's half asleep. Okay, Team 1's locked. Okay, they're locked. Okay, starting for drop 3. Alright, so I'll start off my usual position looking at airport for Team 1 side. So that'll be for Aces Wild. And we'll wait for them to drop in. And see if teams are using like a different strat compared to what they did for drop 2. Staring at the screen does not make things go quicker. Oh well. Hopefully we're not going to get another crash. Alright, so I hear the music. We're looking at the Aces Wild side for the Mexicots.
Capture and hold the resource points. Stop any hostiles that get in your way.
Thunderbolts with snubs, Chargers, large X-Pulse, Meeting Paul's LRM 5. Loop de Guerre, okay. SRMs from the catapult. I didn't see a hold, so I'm not sure why they're holding. Looking at the next ones. It's Flea and the Crusader. Let's see what's on the Crusader. Crusader Light PC, 12 small, so kind of very brawly. Okay, so from... Okay, 1420, so there was a hold called. So go into the Bacon Pirates side, see what they have. Looks like it's very brawly on the Aces Wild side. From Bacon Pirates, Bushwhackers, Crusader 4X, Bull Shark, Cataphract. Okay, so that's DACA, Fleet 19, Assassin for scouting and for capping. So this is a lot of DACA on the Bacon Pirates side. So let's see what they're going to do with it. If they're going to be aggressive with the DACA, or they're just going to hold like in a upper city or something. Let's see how things are setting up on Lisa's Wild side. So right now in the middle, Flea getting some scouting information. Flea 17 capping, getting scouting information. Crusader 6T, I think, getting some information for on the flank. Then the rest set up high on airport. Okay, so they're getting a little bit of idea for what the other team has, and now they're starting to converge towards Rock Garden for Aces Wild, and for the DACA mechs for Bacon Pirates. DACA mechs for Bacon Pirates, they're spreading out on, I guess this is Lower City, starting to spread out towards the river, so they can get their lanes of fire for their DACA mechs, and they can start DACing accordingly. The longer that Bacon or Aces Wild holds for their push, the worse off I think it's going to be for them. Because they can't out-trade this. Bacon Pirates, they got a very nice DACA line right now. So these mechs, they got to pull to the left to get some cover. This Treb, I think, is not long for this world. And Aces Wild, they're just, a lot of their mechs are taking a beating. And Bacon Pirates, they got a nice sort of DACA line set up in the water. Getting ready for any sort of poke out from Aces Wild, they just DACA the heck out of them accordingly. Princess Huns has gone down in the Treb. So right now, Aces Wild, they got the 2 cap. And Bacon Pirates are starting to do a bit of a flank with the Assassin and Fleas to hit the back end of Aces Wild, while the DACA mechs, they start moving forward to put pressure. So right now it's a Bacon Pirates sandwich. While the DACA mechs start working on the TDR, and the first mechs as it sees, they push across. Another mech down, a couple mechs down for on the Aces Wild side. Hadji down in the Cataphract 4X. And they're continuing on with the rotation with the DACA mechs. A couple of mechs left on the Aces Wild side. I don't think they're going to be long for this world. Now the catapult left. And that's down. Now Bacon Pirates is going to go grab some caps. And once they get the cap lead, then they got to win. So that would be 3 wins for Aces Wild after. But yeah, Bacon Pirates, they had a nice setup for the receive in the water. And they were able to farm quite a bit as Aces Wild, they worked across from Rock Garden to the corner they've set it up. Then they had a nice flank around Citadel with their lights, while their DACA mechs was working the other end. Okay, publishing the stats, so bear with me 1 minute. Look at the Steam stats info. Let's start with Bacon Pirates this time. A lot of farming for the DACA mechs, the Bull Sharks, the Bushwhackers done some work. Yep. Then let's see, on the Aces Wild side, Nutbob did some work on the Crusader. The rest they needed a little bit more damage output from. But it was a fun match to watch. Okay, so now we're going to drop 4. Drop 4 is going to be on Frozen City Night Classic. So I'll find that somewhere in here. There it is. And a reminder for this drop, for drop 4 and for drop 5, the tonnage has increased. So the minimum tonnage is 370 tons. The maximum tonnage is 420. Okay, no side swap at this point. There'll be a side swap between drop 4 and drop 5. So we're just waiting for both teams to ready up. So what we saw, Aces Wild, they went for a very sort of brawly deck both times. And Bacon Pirates, they did a more sort of DACA deck with a couple of Wolfpack Skirmishy type mechs to complement it. So they did basically Bacon Pirates, they did 2 receives from pushes from Aces Wild. Now we're going to a new map, Frozen City Night Classic. There's a bunch of fun stuff you can do on this map. At this level, I think it's more traditional. We're going to see like a lot of DACA with maybe one long-range Overwatch mech. Long-range Overwatch, in my mind, that's like Gauss, your large, your PPC type stuff. Sort of like a Marauder 4L. DACA is quite popular for setting up for a receive. Then you have like 1 to 2 sort of scouts or Wolfpack type mechs to get information on the enemy team and hit the flank of the enemy team if they push into you. So on the upper divs, I think that's more popular. You can do that both on the Team 1 side and the Team 2 side. On the lower divs, it's more common for you to see them to do like a brawl rush for either pushing tunnel or pushing the saddle in the middle. I think that's Charlie 3. So we'll see what both teams do. Okay, a couple more mixed ready up on the Team 1 side. And I assume Team 2 will ready up very quickly afterwards. Anything to note, most of the mechs for Team 2 side, they're going for the Bravo drop point, so that's the one in the middle, or between the other 2 drop zones for them. Same thing pretty much for on the Team 1 side. Okay, it's all green on the Team 1 side, so I assume they're going to be readying up soon. And then we can get this match going. Team 1 locked, super. Now for Team 2. Doing the old pilot shuffle between the lances. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Hopefully they hurry up, because I am starting to fall asleep. And that is not good. Team 2 locked, good. Starting. I think this is drop 4. Yep, drop 4. Okay, so I'm at the Team 2 side, so let's take a look at a couple of these mechs. Daka with the mullas. Mullies. Small mech for scouting. What do we got here? Heavy metal. PPCs or pop-tarting with Goss. Cool. Another light for scouting. So 2 scouts, a bunch of maulers, and a heavy metal. Let's see what they got on the other side. For Team 1, so this is Ace's Wild. A couple sort of scouting type mechs. I'm not going to bother. Oops. No, I'm lost. I hear music, so I'll get some buttons hit. Over here, they got the Bull Shark 1. So this is on Ace's Wild side. Ultra 5 light PPCs. Looks like they're heading to... Where is Zool, the Burmaster, going? Okay. Oh no, there's others going to the tunnel. SRMs, Medium Pulse, so kind of Brawl. Snow Base 20 Brawl, Atlas and Brawl. Okay. Brawl Rush Tunnel with a Bull Shark 1. Getting some scouting information with their fire starter and the Flea 19. So right now they're probably seeing that they only got the couple of lights there, so they must know something's up probably pretty soon. Are they looking towards tunnel? At least one of the maulers are. Let's get back to these. And they're slowly working their way across. Alright. So they must recognize it's probably pretty soon it's just going to be received. Their lights must be telling them that at this point. Yep, and they're just skirmishing just a little past dropship. So they must know. Yep, and these pop-tarting. So now they're getting ready for receive. So I assume at this point Bacon Pirates will start spreading out their mechs, getting ready for the receive. And here they come. And pop-tarting away with the heavy metal. While the maulers with MX-90s with the LB5s starts peppering away. Focusing first on the Atlas M's. So the Atlases, obviously good for tanks. So that's good for Ace's Wild. But it's taking a beating. Okay, now they're starting to slowly pull back. Okay, Kelda down, Flea's down. But now they're within Brawl range, so they should be able to start taking out some of these maulers. But Ace's Wild, they got a lot of hurt mechs, obviously, at this time. And they're dropping them like flies. They got the one mauler, though. So now it's the cat... no, just fire starter. Alright, so that tunnel push did not work. Okay, so that was the last mech, so now Bacon Pirates get a couple of caps, and then we'll call it a day. Yeah, a very nice group of mechs that Bacon Pirates has. And those maulers, MX-90s, you get like 3 of those together with the LB5s. Ugh. It's scary to push that. It's kind of interesting that they brought the heavy metal for the pop-tarting. My guess is they brought the heavy metal in case the other team went sort of DACA trade as well. Then you can use the heavy metal to pop-tart from like behind the dropship. So that didn't really come into play that much. Okay, getting the match information, so bear with me 1 minute. Okay, so got that. So let's look at the Ace's Wild side first. Yeah, as you can see, they just didn't get the damage across that they needed. And Kelda was the first one that was focused down. Looking at the Bacon Pirate side, as you can see, lots of heavy farming by the maulers. So yeah, but it was a fun match to watch. Okay, so that means we are going into our 5th drop. For the 5th drop is a side swap. Okay, so let's do this. I think I got them all. Makes it kind of easy if Aces Wild are all in the same unit, so it's a little bit more difficult when you got teams from multiple different units. Okay, so yes. Alright, so now we're just waiting out for them to ready up. So let's see. So we saw on between drop 2, drop 3, drop 4, Aces Wild do various flavors of Brawl Push, and we've seen Bacon Pirates for each of those drops, respectively, do various flavors of Deck or Receive. And it's been working out for Bacon Pirates for doing the Receive. So let's see what they do for this drop, if they're going to change things up between the two teams, or if they're just going to continue to do the same thing. Either way, it's been a fun match so far, so I'm very interested to see what they do for the 5th drop. Okay, looks like Team 1's almost locked, or they're all green, so I assume they're going to be locking up soon. Okay, so we're waiting for them to ready up. So a reminder that we're on week 4 of the tournament. There's 5 weeks for the tournament, so the last week is going to be occurring for next weekend. So that'll be the last drops for each team in the divisions. Team 1 locked, cool. And then there's usually a bit of a break in between sort of the different seasons of MW Comp. The next one will probably be starting, let's see, it's March. So I'd say it'd be in the May time frame. Typically, it's like a 7 versus 7 or an 8 versus 8 tournament. I'm not sure what it is yet. Okay, now we're just waiting for Team 2 to lock up, and then we can get on with drop 5. Let's look at the tonnages again. 420, 420, so it looks like the tonnages are good. Let's see, for Team 1 side, a lot in the Bravo one, so that's the one in the middle. Sort of the same from the Team 2 side with Aces Wild. My guess, Bacon Pirates, I'm going to say Night Stars. Then for Aces Wild, I don't know what's left. I'm going to say an Orion push. Yeah, a bunch of Orions. So Orions and ZEU. What is that again? Now I'm having a brain fart. That 80-tonner. You got the Skokomosh. Zeus. Yes, Zeus. There we go. Zeus is and Orions. That's what I'm guessing for Aces Wild. So they'll do a brawl push with that, pushing into a grouping of at least 3 Night Stars. Okay, so they should be locking up soon, and then we can get going on drop 5. So let's see if I'm correct. Because I don't recall any Orions on Ace's Wild Side, but I got a very short memory, so I guess we'll see. Oh, I forgot about that mech. So we're looking at Ace's Wild Side, so PPC EC2s, Bull Shark, Maulers. Okay, so they're going DACA for Ace's Wild, so I'm wrong there. Let's take a look for Bacon Pirates. Snub Mag Shot for the Vulcan. Oh, so they do have some Bull Sharks on the Bacon side. Heavy Metal, Grasshopper, Bull Shark. Okay.
Command coming in. Capture and hold the resource points. Stop any hostiles that get in your way.
So they're gonna. It looks like they're setting up for a DAC receive on the Bacon Pirates side.
Command confirming that we have
Using a
possession
Spider
of Kappa.
5K and a
They've
Vulcan
taken
for
us
getting
on.
scouting information across the saddle and the down ship. So Bacon Pirates are probably going to start setting up in the traditional locations. Ace's Wild Side, they're just setting up now for typical receive positions for DACA on this side of Epsilon. So once they're seeing that it's like trade on both sides, we'll see if one team starts moving up or if they're just going to sit back and trade with their respective DACA. On the Ace's Wild side, they're using the Panther Katana Cat for your scouting and for sort of pop charting a little bit. And they're already starting moving up for on the Bacon Pirate side. Yep, they're already starting to rotate with their DACA mix. They're keeping one in the back for the Grasshopper 5P, probably with the ear larges or binary. And then the Bull Sharks are starting to rotate up. Using the Vulcans, getting some scouting information. And Ace's Wild, they're nicely set up for trading DACA-wise. It looks like they're sending one mech to get a cap. So that would be the Osiris.
Theta is controlled by the enemy.
So 2 caps now for on the Ace's Wild side. Okay, so they're not moving too much up far. Okay, they're moving up a little bit for some of their DACA mechs, but staying back in more sort of traditional trade positions. Then for Bacon Pirates, still using the Vulcan, Spider sort of providing flank scouting information. Vulcan providing scouting information from saddle, and then the DACA mechs starting to slowly start moving up. While they got Overwatch from the Grasshopper 5P, which now I'm just kind of curious what's on that mech. Ear larges. Okay, so that makes sense. So long range Overwatch. And they're starting to move up towards saddle with the DACA mechs from on the Bacon Pirate side. While the heavy metal Pop-Tarts accordingly. In Ace's Wild, they've been pretty much holding position. But it's a nice strong position, so yeah. But right now, looking at damage-wise between both teams, Ace's Wild team, they got a bunch of really hurt mechs. Especially that Mauler MX-90. And Bacon Pirates, they've moved up for saddle to start trading from there. Start putting pressure on Ace's Wild. A couple of mechs in the red and the yellow from the Ace's Wild side. Bacon Pirates, some in the yellow, but they're looking pretty good. Okay, mech went down from Ace's Wild. One of them Mauler MX-90s. Bullshark just went down for Ace's Wild. Another one, so now 3 mechs left for Ace's Wild. So Bacon Pirates are starting to move in, putting pressure on the mechs that are left, starting to take them out. Now the Cyrus and the Panther left. Now just the Osiris, and that goes down. Okay, so that'd be 5 wins for Bacon Pirates once they get the cap. And good games passed on all around. Yep, that was a fun match. DACA versus DACA. Okay, getting the published stats information. Bear with me 1 minute as I copy it over. Look at the team stats. So let's see, Bacon Pirate side, 1,000 damage from the heavy metal, so did some heavy farming there. And good damage from one of the Bullshark 6. On the Ace's Wild side, pretty even damage for most of their DACA mechs. Excuse me for the burp. Yep. So that was a fun match. Okay, so that's 5 wins for Bacon Pirates. So that's our last match, so I'll thank both teams. Of course, I can't spell. Ah, well. And some of the teams are already starting to drop out. Okay, so that's it for that. Then my little closing spiel, so 1 sec. Okay, so obviously I'd like to thank the 2 teams for letting me to shoutcast this match. I'd like to thank the tournament organizers for putting this great tournament together, as well as for Ace's Wild for hosting this particular tournament, so very much appreciated for that, for this very fun tournament. And thank you for the viewers for watching this match. I got no more casts for this week. I'll be doing some more shoutcasts for the week 5, which will be a week from now. Alright, so I got nothing else at this time. I'm not going to be interviewing any of the team leads or anything. So, for that, thanks for watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you all later. Signing off now.